Let's welcome in the Congressman for Colorado's 4th District, Greg Lopez. Congressman Lopez, welcome to the show. Great to see you. How excited are you for this next legislative session?
Yeah, I'm really excited about what's going to happen here in the next legislative session because I do believe we're going to have the Republicans control the House and the Senate. Look, Tuesday's election was truly a realignment in American politics, especially in regard to the Hispanic vote. You know, Republicans need to now take advantage of the opportunity to show the Hispanic voters that we want them to be a part of our party. We want them to be a part of the solution as we work to make America great once again. Look, Hispanic voters, they showed up to save America and to get President Trump elected and Republican candidates. And I think, that it's time that we welcome them and thank them. And tonight, I'm going to call on President-elect Trump to select a Hispanic man and a Hispanic female to be on his cabinet because I believe we deserve a seat at the table, and I believe we deserve to be able to help him solve the problems and move his agenda and the commitments that he made to America. And I'm looking forward to what the next Congress is going to bring forth.
Well, speaking of which, Republicans just 2 representatives shy, as we heard, of winning control of the House. And the GOP is preparing to immediately step up their work on a major legislative package to extend the Trump tax cuts and enact more party priorities in areas like energy policy. How familiar are you with all of that, and what can you tell us about it?
I can tell you that those tax policies are very important. Most of all, I used to be the head of the United States Small Business Administration in Colorado. I know exactly what that does to small business. I would help small business in Main Street of America, make sure that we do the things that we need to do and to be energy independent, to make sure that America can provide its energy that will make us prosper across the world. Those are the things that we're going to be doing. And I do know that Speaker Johnson is prepared. We had a conference call earlier this week to talk about how we're going to hit the ground running come this next session, and also when we get back in Washington next week.
Well, if you do win if you win the House, in addition, you already won the Senate. What do the first 100 days look like? How do you think Donald Trump should introduce his legislation? What should be the priority? What do you see happening first, and what do you see happening in those first 100 days?
As you know, our country is really broken, and so there's a lot that we need to focus in on. I think right now that's what we're having a discussion on, is the prioritization. We just talked about the House being a slim majority, so we got to be very cognizant about that. We got to make sure that we unify, that we not only reach across the aisle and help Democrats understand that there was a mandate in America, that we bring back those traditional values that made America great, which is basically family, faith, and freedom, individual responsibility, hardworking individuals, and making sure that we all have the ability to live the American dream. So I know that when we get back, we're going to have those discussions. And it's important because as we roll these out, we need to make sure that the American people fully understand why it is that we're rolling certain policies out versus others. But at the end of the day, I know that in the next 4 years, America will once again be that country we can all be proud of.
Well, we understand real quick, when Donald Trump was at Mar-a-Lago with Elon Musk, he had a phone call with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, and Musk got on the phone, and he was talking to Zelensky. What kind of role do you think, and we only have a few seconds left, what kind of role do you think Elon Musk should have in the upcoming administration?
I think he's going to have the same role that he was playing before the administration, and that is to share his insights, share his views as it pertains from a business standpoint. How do we manage our national debt? How do we manage that $35 trillion that we're currently in? And how do we help others? And so I think he's still going to be a strong voice within the cabinet.
I think that's going to be his job, to cut the waste, cut the fat. Congressman Greg Lopez, thanks very much for joining us here on the Leventhal Report.